Good morning, love goddesses. How are you today? How are you? It's Monday. Oh my God, how did the middle of February get here? I don't know where does time go? Where does time go? Didn't we just celebrate the 1st of February and it's a week out now. It's February 7th. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful February 7th. And today I am talking to you about being mindful of your negative thoughts. And as much as I want to say Katya's got her shit figured out and she's been through a lot of personal work. She's done it. She knows the tools. She knows the techniques. And like she never has those negative thoughts and wah. Unfortunately, I do too, and I have to catch them. I have to work through them, and it's an ongoing process of really getting back to self-love, really getting back to yourself, really getting back to your authentic self, and really getting back to the wholeness of who you are. And everything else is just projection. Just projection. I have shared with you that over the month of January, I've been struggling with just everything that's happening. I'm feeling overwhelmed. There's a lot of things that are going on in my life, in my business. And on top of it, there is winter, and winter has historically been my worst time. January, February, and March, I would go into this mild depression. Call it winter blues, call it, like, I know a lot of people are going through that, and I'm using all of the tools to help me with artificial lights to produce more light. I went and gifted myself a vacation, or like 5 days in Miami. And and yet again, yesterday I was driving, I was like, fuck this place, it's dead, like there's nothing happening, all stores are closed. And I was like, I'll never be back here again in the next 3 to 4 months. And it was like really regretting for not being like in a warmer place with more sunshine, with more color. And of course, like it started spinning in my own head into the negative, and it's like, why did I end up here? And all that nonsense that we women love getting sucked into. And believe me, I know, I've been there in the past. I'm doing much better now. And yet again, I myself need to work on this over and over and over, because it is not gonna fix itself. It's a consistent process of overcoming those thoughts and being mindful of those thoughts. And the process of being mindful of those thoughts, once you feel you're on the top of that, which I was for the longest time. And then something creeps in and you slip off of that momentum that you've been getting from off of that like spiritual practice that you've been following, off of that like high vibe that you've been involved in and surrounded yourself with, and you slip off, like, and it happens accidentally, and it happens when you don't recognize, like you don't see it happening, but it happens. And it happens like one day you have your shit together and everything's gone, and all of a sudden the next day you find yourself, what, how did I get here? Like, what happened? I should be better at this. I know all of this stuff. I know how to do things. I know the theory. I know I should be mindful of my thoughts, and yet I'm here struggling with some form or shape of negative thinking or negative projection or negative belief system or whatever that might be. And yet again, you have to pick yourself up by the collar, and you have to get back to and remember and start using the tools that you have been using to lift yourself up and lift yourself out of that dark place, out of that dark space, right? And in my case, I have not been actually practicing my spirituality for the entire month of January. No fucking wonder I've gotten into I've been busy. I've been traveling. I've been this and that, been here and there, and it's like been busy. Like there's shit that I need to be attending to, and guess what? I sacrificed my spiritual practice, and I forgot what it is and what it's like and what I need to be doing. And because my energy is out of whack, I've been attracting nonsense into my life, right? And I realized, wow, like what I'm seeing is my own mirror is the result of how I've been emitting, how I've been attracting, what kind of energy I was primarily living in, right? And when you realize that your only path is not to dwell and beat yourself up for slipping, because it's just part of life, and it's just part of life. But you start where you at. You start where you at, and you be at peace that it's okay that you slipped off. It's okay that even though you know this stuff, it's okay that you slipped off, and it's okay for you to slip off, right? And it's just part of being a human, and part of being kind to yourself. And I also had to do self-forgiveness meditations and self-forgiveness work, and burn some little pieces of paper with intentions, right? Like whatever's your way to connect to, be kind to yourself and be gentle with who you are. Whatever is your way is where you need to start, not to blame yourself for slipping off, not to criticize yourself for thinking negative thoughts, because if you're mad at yourself for thinking negative thoughts, you only produce more negativity, and it spins off even more and even more. Just accept that, be present with that, be okay, understand. And as long as you see it, as long as you see it happening, as long as you are mindful that this is happening, you can simply accept that and forgive yourself for those thoughts that you are thinking, and forgive yourself that it is okay for you to slip off. It is okay for you to not have your best days ever all the time. It is okay to have ebb and flow. It is okay to be on top one day and at the bottom the other day. And it's okay as long as you forgive yourself and be kind to yourself and give yourself some love. Give yourself some love that you're really craving. That is when you shift your energy. That is when you shift your perception. That is when you open up and allow more miracles into your own life. You allow more miracles into your own life. That is when you self accept and open up to change your idea, to change your perception, to change your thought into a different thought. That is when shift happens. And that is when you transition into a new reality within your own mind first, and then you transition into new reality, and it's going to show up on the outside as well. I completely understand that shifting your thoughts is not as easy as it sounds. I too sit and look at the wall from time to time, because it's hard for me to drag myself from that darkness into something else. But I do everything to change my state. I do everything to change my state. I listen to inspired podcasts. I read books. I book myself, time, a massage. I go out and have drinks with myself, by myself. I do everything to to shift my own world into a better space. And you can only do that incrementally. You can't go from all the way here to all the way here, right, in an instant. You can only take one step at a time and make it a little better and 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 a little better each time. And that is how you shift your state. And only from new state you can create new things and make new possibilities and new realities for your life, right? That is when new ideas come, you start seeing things differently. My mom always used to say, you cannot change the way things are, but you can change your attitude about them. You can change your attitude about them. That is what I need you to do, is to change your attitude about them and shift yourself into a higher, better place. From a place of very low vibration, go one step higher, and then go one step higher, and then go one step higher. And that's when you are able to shift into much, much better reality for yourself altogether. Right? And with that, my beautiful lady, tell me, what are your favorite ways to shift yourself out of that darkness? What worked for you? I know for me, it is books, meditation. There's Abraham Hicks on YouTube that I love listening to. It raises my vibe. I also like to get away and like just shift myself out of my reality, like remove myself from my own house, go to nature, look at the ocean. Sometimes I just wonder, like I just go and walk on the streets and just observe life. You know, it's like takes attention away from my own reality to someone else, where I almost am separated, right, from being with me. I almost am focused somewhere else and not as much on myself when I'm in that darker space, right? I do everything to change my and shift my state. And the only time I do get depressed is that when that energy is blocked. That energy is blocked, as if like I'm craving the shift and I'm almost trying to shift, but then something happens and I can't. Like for example, the snowstorm happens, I can't get out of the house, right? Like I lean forward to shift that energy, and then I block my energy with something else, or negative thought, or something, and that is the only time when there's that push and pull, and the forces are equal. That is the only time when it really is dark, when it really is dark. But I also am mindful of that. I'm seeing the pattern. I'm seeing, wow, where is it that I'm blocking my own efforts to shift myself from that energetic state? And I am mindful of that. I am mindful of that. And I continue, I don't give up. I continue um, putting effort into shifting out of that state and releasing that whatever that block is that I'm creating. And the worst time is when I don't really see the block, when I know something is pushing against that desire to shift my state, but I don't know what that is. That is when I really need to get deep within myself and really start asking, what is it that I'm struggling with? And I've been having a lot of anxiety lately, and tapping method has worked wonders for me. Tapping method, if you haven't heard of it, it really is magic. I forgot what the official term for it is, but you start tapping and you start talking, you're about from a place of self-love. Even though I am feeling very anxious and I am so stressed out and things are not working out and whatever else that is happening for you, I still love and accept myself for who I am. And I still love and accept myself for the beautiful person that I am, or whatever that might be. And you work like that for a period of 15 minutes or so, and the truth starts coming out to the surface. Whatever's bottled up inside of you starts coming up, and you start realizing what exactly has been really bothering you and blocking you and preventing you from finding that shift from the place of darkness into a better, a lighter state of being. With that, my beautiful love, we will be talking more, and I'm gonna give you more tools on how to work through negative self-image and negative self-thinking patterns about yourself, about your life during our free workshop that we will be kicking off on February 14th. It is going to be epic. I am so excited about this event. This is the first time we are actually doing something like this. I am literally going and sharing with you all of the wisdom and all of the wealth of information that I've collected over my life experience, and I cannot wait to see you there. I have placed registration link in the comments, in the caption above the video, and I can't wait to get started, and I can't wait to see you there. So make sure to go and register, and we'll talk soon. Bye.